This segment is about why you're starting a business. This is probably the most important thing we're going to go through is why starting a business, and understand why you're going to start a business. If you start for the wrong reason, you're already behind the eight ball. You're not going to be able to make it. You have to start your business for the right reason, and you have to be the right person to implement your plan. Those are the things we're going to evaluate. And right now, I'd like you to sit down and write down what is the reasons that you are for starting your business and what your expectations are for this training. Welcome back. Okay, now you have your reasons. Let's put those to the side. Let's just start talking about reasons people start a business. They have a dream. Almost everybody growing up, I have a dream of starting my own business. I have a dream of building a market, building a business, hiring people, hiring friends, being rich, whatever it is. Everyone has a dream of starting a business. And why you're here is to do some due diligence on that. And that is the most important thing you can do is plan, and then execute. Execute your plan. What you want to do is you want to try to reduce risk. That's what we're here. We're here to give you the realities of starting a business. We're here to give you the truth. We're not going to fluff you up. We're not going to pat you on the back. We're not going to tell you how wonderful you are. We're going to tell you what others aren't telling you. We're going to tell you this is the life of an entrepreneur, and if you're ready for it, there's nothing better. That's what we're here to prepare you for. So we all kinds of great reasons for taking the training. To look at why people start their own business. Why do people do it? What motivates people to start their own business? There's good reasons, there's bad reasons. Let's go through some bad reasons. They hate their boss. We're going to see a lot in our training as customers don't care. Customers don't care if you hate your boss. Hating your boss is a motivation to do something else. It is not a reason to start a business, right? If you just hate your boss or hate your company and you decide you're going to go out there and do the same thing and be a Me Too company, you're destined for failure. You want to work your own hours. That is one of the biggest farces in the industry. You don't work your own hours when you're an entrepreneur. You work all hours when you're an entrepreneur. Your customers will dictate how many hours you work. Your customer will call you on a Saturday or a Sunday or a Saturday night. You may leave the office, you're always working. Just get used to it. You want to spend more time with your family. Hey, that's a great reason. Oh, you know what? I'll just work. I'll cut out early. I'll go out with my family. I'll see this. Folks, it just doesn't work that way. You're constantly working. Don't think of real estate as being in an office cubicle as working when you're an entrepreneur. You are working every minute you're awake. So you can't say, oh, I'm going to go spend some time with my family and be totally engaged in something. You will be thinking about your work constantly. You're unemployed. Hey, you know what? I got fired for no reason. There was a corporate buyout of something, and all of a sudden now I'm unemployed, so I'm going to start a business. Again, that's a motivation, but that's not a reason. I could do something cheaper or faster. Doing something cheaper, okay, there's always a race to the bottom. You don't want to be part of that. There's a lot of big companies that'll be your competition that can lose money in your industry and completely race you to the bottom. It'd be fun. Now, this is an interesting way of looking at business. Business can be fun. It really is. I've enjoyed my 18 years of doing what I'm doing. It's stressful and it's fun. Fun is a motivator, again, not a reason to start a business. Those are really all terrible reasons to start a business. If you were thinking about those reasons to start your business, the course has already paid for itself. It's the best 99 bucks you've ever spent. Those are motivations to start a business, not reasons. There's really one main valid reasons for successful entrepreneurs. You have a niche idea. You have something you can do better or something different. You have a solid business plan. You have the right capital needed, and you're willing to sacrifice 3 to 5 years of your life. We're going to get into more detail on all this later on in boot camp, but these are the main reasons. The valid reasons have nothing to do with I hate my boss, I'm going to make a ton of money, I'm going to spend time with my family, I want free time, I can do something cheaper, I'll just undercut pricing of someone else. It's the opposite. It really is the opposite of all those reasons. Let's take a closer look at this. Why the niche is important. People will pay for something that they perceive value. If you're going to make a Me Too product and try to make it cheaper, or a Me Too service, or a Me Too, if you're doing something that someone else is already doing, the only thing you can sell is price. And once you start dropping your price, you have nowhere else to go. And eventually you get squeezed and you get out. They say the 3 most important things in real estate is location, location, location. Well, in business, it's margin, margin, margin. And once you start squeezing your margin too much, you'll have nowhere to go. You need a solid business plan. A solid business plan. Sit down and think about competition, so and we will help you that later on in boot camp. Do you have a vetted plan to mitigate risk? It's all about risk and reward when you're starting a business. The risks are huge. 8 out of 10 businesses fail. That's a big risk. 80% chance of failure. We want to get you into the 20% that succeed. Do you have the right capital? We're going to have a whole module on capital. But capital, do you have enough to start and sustain your business? Right? You don't sit there, oh, I think I can do this, or I can live for 5 months without a check, or that'll be fine. Or that's not how you have to look at it. You have to look at what happens for your investment. What if you have to do R&D? What happens in your marketing, phone lines? There's a million things, and we'll go through that in further detail later on in boot camp. Are you willing to sacrifice 3 to 5 years of your life? Think about that. How old are you now? Think about yourself 5 years from now, and you have sacrificed those 5 years to get your business off the ground. And your life, your family has to be committed with you. You have to put your business as your number one thing. Over these 3 to 5 years, so many obstacles are going to come up. You have to make sure that you are totally committed to your business. There's many reasons that businesses fail. The main reason is they start for the wrong reason. You have to start your business for the right reason. You have an idea, you have a niche, you have something different, something that people are willing to pay for. Dreams and passion are good. You got to have those. If you don't have dreams and passion, you won't be successful. But you need the niche plan, the capital, and the personal commitment to drive that thing all the way home. You need to have the right person behind you, and that's you. Everything is going to fall on you. You know, we talk a lot about baseball team. A baseball team has 9 players, coaches, doctors. When you're an entrepreneur, you're playing all 9 positions. You're also the coach. You have to play every single position. You're not in a position now where you can hire 8 or 9 or 10 people. And when you're a manager, you're always putting the right people in the right jobs, right? You take accounting people, you put them in accounting. You take sales people, you put them in sales. When you're an entrepreneur, you got to be accounting, you got to be sales, you have to be everything, especially at the beginning. You have to build your skill sets. And what we're going to do is we're going to have you take a personality test. There is no perfect personality for an entrepreneur. There's no such thing. You know, there's type A, there's type B. We like to talk about type B, which is entrepreneur. We're going to tell you what you need to know. The best thing an entrepreneur can do is identify where they need to strengthen. What are their weaknesses? Because those will shine through in the business. What you do is you want to evaluate yourself, and if you got the courage, we talk about courage all the time, to say, you know what? I need to work on my accounting skills. I need to work on my marketing skills. Or I'm not the most outgoing person. I got this great idea. I'm not sure I want to go to a middle of a trade show and start bringing people into my booth. You have to honestly assess yourself. If you can do that and honestly do it, and then work on your weaknesses. These are things, if you honestly assess yourself, you're going to be so further ahead than the person with the huge ego who thinks they know everything. Those people are normally in the 80%. The 20%ers get the great information. Thank you.